it's me, Sarah. Welcome back to my channel, and before we get started with today's video, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. Today's video is going to be an ARC reading vlog. I'm going to be reading hopefully 4 ARCs, but we will see. I have a kind of tentative TBR for this video, but again, we'll see if I actually end up reading those books. The first one I'm going to start with is Trouble Brewing by Walker Rose. This came out in June, so I am behind on it. So this is a cowboy romance, and I definitely want to read it. That's really all I know about it. But I've heard phenomenal things about this author's other books. And I haven't heard very much about this one, even though it is already released. But I'm very excited. And I'll just mention the other ones that I'm hoping to read. I'm hoping to read You're My Cherry Pie, I believe it's called. Not sure who the author is. That one's already released as well. Came out earlier in July. I do also want to read The Dollhouse, which comes out at the end of the month, at the end of July. And I want to read Pictures of You, which is Josh Malerman's new one coming out in September, I believe. And so those are the 4 I'm hoping to get to, but we'll see what I actually end up reading. I'm just going to mood read and kind of stick to this TBR, hopefully, but if I'm not feeling something, then I will just swap it out for something else. But we're going to start with Trouble Brewing, and I'm going to go get reading. I've started Trouble Brewing. I'm now 22% in, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's not grabbing me. It's not amazing, but it's still a fun read, and I'm enjoying it. It's definitely enemies to lovers, although I feel like the enemies part is, I understand, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know why he's so upset with her, because the whole reason that he hates her has nothing to do with her. So that kind of bothers me, and he's just being a real asshole towards her, and I'm not loving that. And it's kind of hard to read about the kind of enemies aspect. I mean, they just don't get along, and I'm really not enjoying that fact. I love a good enemies to lovers, hate to love, dislike to love, whatever type of trope it is. I love it. But this one I feel like is just for no reason. And I found that recently in some books I read, I find that the enemies or the hate aspect is just kind of for no reason. And that's what I'm feeling like in this one, but it's small town, and she is running the brewery that his father owned, and now his father and her sister have passed away, and I'm enjoying it. It's fun. The writing is good. I'm definitely excited to continue reading, so let's go do just that. I finished Trouble Brewing, and I give this 4 stars. The middle definitely was slow for me and dragged a bit, but the ending definitely picked up. I loved the end a little bit. It was so good and fast-paced and really enjoyable. So 4 stars for this one. And next we're going to move on to The Dollhouse by, I'm not sure who the author is, but when I've made some progress in that, I will let you guys know. I have started The Dollhouse, and I am 19% into this. I thought this was a YA horror, and it turns out it's actually middle grade, and I'm not even sure if it's horror, but it's definitely giving creepy vibes. But it is middle grade, so I was a little nervous at first, but 19% of the way through, and I'm absolutely loving it. It is so good so far. Basically, it is about this kid. He lives with his mom, and he never knew his grandparents because his mother doesn't get along with her parents. And then her dad passes away, and apparently he was this famous writer, and they catch, in order to inherit this property from him that they can then sell for tons of money, because they're not doing very well financially, because she's a single mom and they just don't have a ton of money. And the kid, our main character, is let's go stay there, because they have to stay there for 1 week in order to inherit it and be able to sell it and do what they want with it. And she's like, no, it's not worth it. I don't want anything to do with him and that life. But he convinces his mom to go. They just have to spend a week there, and then the house is theirs. They can sell it, take all the money from it, and have more money to live and have better things and have a better life. And so she has been convinced. They are now at this house. He's gotten there. He's gone exploring. He just found out his grandfather was this famous writer, and he loves to write things like comics and short films. And so he is definitely how could my mom keep this from me, that, it's in my blood and all this stuff. And then he found this other kid there who apparently works there sometimes with their I believe it's with their dad. They work at this property because it's like this huge house, like this mansion. And so he found this other kid there and they started talking, and the other kid was like, they call this the dollhouse. And they're like, how come, and all this stuff. So we're finding out about the house, why it's called that, and apparently there's like this really creepy room. The kid's never been in it, but he's heard stories. He's told our main character. I'm having a great time with this. I'm excited to continue reading, so let's go do just that. I have made some more progress in the dollhouse. I'm 47% in. I am still loving this. It's getting even creepier, and I'm just having a great time. I love the writing. I love our main character, and it's giving me all the spooky vibes that I'm looking for. And that's really all I wanted to come on here and say, but I just thought I'd give you a little update, and I'll update you guys when I finish. I finished The Dollhouse, and I really loved this. I gave it 5 stars. It was such a fun read. I had a phenomenal time with it. I loved the main character, and I really enjoyed just how creepy and atmospheric it was. And we are now going to move on to our next arc, and when I have started it, I will let you guys know. I've started reading You're My Cherry Pie, and I am 33% of the way in. I'm really enjoying this so far. This is a best friend's brother romance, and he has been in love with his sister's best friend for as long as he's known her, ever since the day they met. And they always act like they hate each other, and now they are fake dating because they kissed a few months before the book starts, like in the prologue, and his mom finds out about that. He accidentally tells her, and then she kind of says, oh, so you're dating. He doesn't deny it, and so now they're fake dating. I'm really enjoying it. I like the writing. I love the characters. I'm excited to see what happens next, so let's go get reading. I finished You're My Cherry Pie, and I gave this 4 stars. I really was loving it until like the third act conflict, but I still decided to give it 4 stars, even though I wasn't a fan of the third act conflict. Like I said, it was very much she didn't want to communicate with him, and it bothered me more than it usually would. I usually don't mind like miscommunication, all that kind of stuff, when it's done in romance books for the third act. I really don't usually mind it that much, but this one just really annoyed me. And I also didn't like how throughout the whole book, the FMC was always saying that they hated each other, and then he was like, I don't hate you. She admitted she doesn't hate him, so they've cleared that up. And the very next chapter, like a day later in the timeline of the book, she's like, we hate each other. That bothered me. It's like, he's told you he doesn't hate you, so if you hate him, then it's not you hate each other. It's you hate him, and she's even admitted she didn't. So that bothered me, but I really loved the MMC so much. There was so much depth to his character and him dealing with his OCD and going to therapy, and I really enjoyed it. And overall, a good read, and I would recommend. Next, we're going to move on to our final book for this reading vlog, which is Pictures of You by Josh Malerman, which comes out in September, I believe. Not sure the exact date, I think near the very beginning of the month. And this is his new, I'm assuming, horror book. I've read Incidents Around the House, loved it, 5 stars. I know he is also the author of Bird Box. I have not read that, but I saw the movie and really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to give this one a read, so let's go get reading. I have made quite a lot of progress in Pictures of You by Josh Malerman. I'm 54% of the way through, and I'm really enjoying it so far. This is about this couple. They are out having a night on the town on their vacation. They're at this hotel, and then the main character, the main female character, she wakes up and it's not their hotel room, and she is actually being held hostage by this woman who is insisting that she is art and that she needs to paint her, like a painting of her, and needs to look at her, and is keeping her hostage every time she tries to escape. She does not let her. This woman is creepy, and honestly, she's kind of giving Misery vibes by Stephen King. Not really the story, but like the fact that this person's being held hostage and this crazy woman is making them do what she wants, or she's going to keep them there and, torture them. So that's what's happening so far. Jack is the male main character. He is her boyfriend. He is out in the town. He is looking for her. He woke up in their hotel room, but she was not with him. And so he is now looking everywhere for her, and he's gone to the police, but they don't seem to think it's that big of a deal because it has only been a couple hours and she is an adult. So they're like, she probably just left, you know, did you have a fight or anything? But he knows something is wrong, and something obviously is very wrong. I am enjoying it. It's a little repetitive, but I don't mind it. It's definitely fast paced. I read that 54% very quickly, and I am very excited to see what happens next. It's definitely creepy, definitely intense, and gives me stress. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen to this woman? And so I need to find out. So I'm going to go continue reading. I finished Pictures of You. I gave it 4 stars. This book was so creepy and intense, and I was on the edge of my seat. It was definitely stressful. I had a really fun time with this, and I would recommend it. It comes out September 8th, I believe, and I definitely think it is worth the read. And overall, it was just a very intense, fast-paced book and a fun time. And that is going to be it for this video. So out of the 4 books I read, I had 3 4-stars and a 5-star. So very successful, if I do say so. But I really enjoyed these books, and I would highly recommend all of them. And the first 3 are already out. Trouble Brewing, You're My Cherry Pie, and Dollhouse are all already available. So you guys can go check those out immediately. And like I said, Pictures of You comes out in September. And that is going to be it for this video. If you made it this far, please leave what emoji? How about the skull emoji? And before you guys go, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.